The Minister of Public Enterprises, Lynn Brown, has hit back at allegations levelled against her in the ongoing Eskom parliamentary inquiry. She slammed a former Eskom chair, Zola Tsotsi's accusations that she allegedly consulted Tony Gupta and Salim Essa on Eskom board allocations in December 2014. Denying vehemently, Brown said she has never consulted anyone on her executive functions, including appointments. She also denied allegations around her purported interference in the suspension of Finance Director Tsholofelo Molefe in 2015.
Shortly after the new board came on board, which was in beginning of December, the minister called me to her home and when I arrived there, she was with two individuals. One, Tony Gupta, and the other was Salim Essa, yes.
I would like to respond to Mr. Zola Tsotsi's accusations. I have never consulted with anyone on my executive functions, not Tony Gupta or Salim Essa or anyone else. In as far as board appointments are concerned, I report to Cabinet, and Cabinet decides who serves on boards. Recommendations to establish subcommittees come to me from the boards in writing. In fact, the chair of the board sends me a letter with the names of people in the subcommittees. In addition, I'm also quite astonished that Mrs. Tsotsi found it appropriate to attend a meeting with the President without conferring with me before the meeting, nor bothering to share with me the outcomes of the engagement with the President.
After the board had mandated the People and Governance Committee to carry out the suspension process, the People and Governance Committee then met immediately after lunch to deal with this matter. And as I say, the very first order of business was a statement which was made, as I said, by Ben Ngubane, that the finance director should be added to this list. Dr. Ngubane responded by saying that it is the minister who said that the finance director's name must be included.
I think the chair did say to me that he was going to suspend the 4 board members. I don't think I would have ever put somebody's name on the list, Ms. Molefe's name onto the list. My view was that they should have a deep dive into the company, that the company should do what they think is the best way to take it forward, take the company forward to create better sustainability, financial sustainability.
Minister Brown also took on the current narrative around Eskom. She said there were vested interests using the allegations levelled against some to destroy the reputation of companies. She said that the country needs a proper SIU investigation into the allegations. She added that 73% of Eskom's 50 billion rand a year coal contracts are in the hands of 4 previously white businesses, and just 7% of Eskom's business is with the Gupta-owned companies.
There is overwhelming circumstantial evidence of malfeasance of some or other sort at our state-owned companies. This includes information contained in the former Public Protector's State of Capture report, investigative reports that were commissioned by the Eskom board, reports that I have requested in my capacity as shareholder representative. The information must be tested. We must insist that people suspected of wrongdoing are investigated and prosecuted where appropriate. Those falsely implicated must be exonerated. Right now, cleaning up the SOCs is of secondary importance to using the trouble they're in to achieve short-term political and business objectives, regardless of the cost to the company or the country. And because there's no time to wait for investigations by law enforcement agencies following due legal process, the word is they have all been compromised. Anyway, the information is constantly regurgitated as if repeating it often enough will prove that it is true. The best thing for the country, for the economy, for Eskom, and for me personally is a comprehensive investigation. It was very heartening to read yesterday that the MPA has established a crack investigative team. In addition, the Special Investigations Unit probe into Eskom that I have requested is awaiting proclamation, and it appears that the announcement of a commission of inquiry is imminent. It presently feels as if Eskom has been beaten to the ground is being pinned down by the weight of untested allegations while being kicked to death. I make the point about coal. You know, Eskom spends 50 billion rand on coal every year. But 4 of these contracts are actually in the hands of previously white business. And they constitute about 73% of the 50 billion rand. 27% are black companies. And they are probably about between 30 and 40 black companies. And of the 27%, 7% sits with the Guptas.